How are you? I'm doing very well, thank you. My name is Amanda. This is the MandaMadeIt podcast. I like to chat with you about the things that I am making, have made, different crafty pursuits like knitting, crochet, spinning, sewing shows up, weaving shows up, um, anything else that I might take a fancy to. I do come to you from Westerly, Rhode Island. I live here with my husband and my two children, and that's me. So, I'm a stay at home mom with a small wool washing business called Coastal Wool Washing. You can find me at coastalwoolwashing.com. On Instagram, I am Coastal Wool Washing. And on Etsy, I have a shop called Coastal Wool Washing. The Etsy shop just has the surplus of stuff that I have washed. And yeah, so today I have a variety of things to show you. I did complete a couple things. So I have some FOs. I do have a couple of new cast-ons. I went to the Connecticut Sheep and Wool Fiber Festival yesterday in North Haven, Connecticut. That was fun. I did not get any fleece or yarn. So we're going to chat about that in a little bit. So I think I'm just going to kind of get into it. So for finished objects, my first one, if you have been watching at all for any period of time, then you have seen this project. And this is my Granny Stripes blanket by Lucy of Attic 24. I think everything will be linked down below should you care to take a look. So this is, I would call it's a solid like couch blanket. It's, I'm not going to do the whole standing up and trying to show you thing, but it's nice and big. It's a, the stripes are knit, the colored stripes are knit crocheted with Hugh Loco's gemstone packs from 2021 in the May, June, September, and November months, because those are the 4 birthday months for my little family. And then the main color that went in between each row and on the border, cute little picot border, is white cracked pepper from Cascade 220. So this is a project. I had my second daughter in 2020, and I saw in late 2020, and then I saw Hugh Loco's birthstone collection coming out, and I decided that I wanted to make an heirloom blanket for myself. Nobody else. It's for me. And so I spent 2021 collecting the mini skein collections, and then I didn't do anything. For 2022, I just was like, oh yeah, I have that. Whatever, I'll deal with it. And then I decided I wanted to do a crochet blanket. I wanted something comfortable and elegant looking. So I was I tried this other one with tiny little granny squares, and that quickly turned into a nope for me. 2-inch granny squares and join as you go, like, not my deal. So I just decided to go with something soothing and easy, and did the Granny Stripes blanket that everybody and their mother has done at this point. And I love it. It's perfect for me and for the couch. It's mine, So I love it. I'm very pleased with how it came out. The picot edge was super quick and easy and fun. Nice little sweet detail to add. Just a great blanket. The next thing I finished, well, it's mostly finished, but this is a cabled headband, and I am completely forgetting the name of the pattern and the pattern designer right now, but it will be on the screen and linked below, through my Ravelry page, I should say. I just wanted a cable project, and and I got this yarn. This is Jagger spun something at the November Fiber Festival, the New England Fiber Festival. And I knew I was going to the Fiber Festival yesterday. So I decided I needed a cast on with this yarn so I could say that I had used it before I went to the thing yesterday. And I did. I finished this off. Unfortunately, it's slightly too small for me. I still need to put a button on it. So I'm going to put a button on it for my daughter. And then I'll make one for myself because I still have plenty of this yarn left. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of yarn, even though it's cable. It's very easy pattern, very quick knit. And I mean, it is super cute. I really like it. So I want one for myself. So I am going to make another one for me. I'm not usually much of a repeat pattern maker as of yet. So that's that. I did, well, I'll show you that in the Fiber Festival explanation. This is the Glacadh. I don't know how to say it. It was one of the free patterns from Expression Fiber Arts in their newsletter several months ago. They had a knit version, Glofredo. Again, I don't know how to say it. It's a shrug. I am not typically a shrug person, but I thought I would give this a shot. I think I'm gonna have to seam the arms farther up so that it stays a little better, because like if I'm walking around, it will just fall off. This is a mishmash of stash yarns. The cuffs and the first beginnings of the sleeve are from Knit Crate, and they're supposed to look like the Aurora Borealis, Notina, something like that. And then the next 1, 2, 3, 4 colors were all from 7th Floor Yarns. They're in New York. They had a trunk show at my local yarn shop, and my husband and daughters actually went there and got help and picked out these skeins for me for Mother's Day 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago? I don't know, 2 years ago, right? I don't know if they could have gone to the yarn shop then. Anyway, so I've had these kicking around and I really wasn't sure what to do with them, and I thought this would make, because the pattern itself does have these color blocks and striping things, so these were great, and I put them in. And then actually the center of this is from Sweet Georgia, and it's their Cash Lux base. It was one of their like oops dye things. Like I had gotten some sale, mystery sale thing where I got a few different yarns of theirs, and this happened to just go really well, I thought, with these. And so it's crochet. It's there's single crochets and herringbone double crochets. It is all superwash yarn, I think. But it is comfortable. I actually really love the colors. I didn't know if I would in this, and I do. So, I think I just need to seam the sleeves up to make it a little bit more realistic for me to actually wear it, because I don't just like sit a lot. I mean, yeah, when I'm knitting and stuff, but even then I have to get up 5 times every 10 minutes for the kids. So, I don't think I would get much use out of it if I didn't make the sleeves smaller or seam them. Anyway, it was a great pattern, super easy, not at all anything difficult. I would totally call it beginner friendly. I mean, you start in the round and then you go flat, and it's crochet, so there's not like there's any purling or anything. I don't mind purling, but I know a lot of people do. So yeah, that's that. Um, I love it. I mean, the Expression Fiber Arts. If you don't get their newsletter yet, you get it. They send out free patterns every Friday in their newsletter. I mean, like they're gorgeous patterns. And I think you get a discount on the yarn too if you want for that pattern. But I mean, I'm not lacking in yarn. um, so I do also have a sewing finished object. I made myself a pocket. A little pocket is actually, I wore this yesterday to the Fiber Festival and it was great. I have my little leather wallet that actually came from dead stock. That's the term I'm looking for. Dead stock materials. I forget the maker. I got it at this really cute little shop in town in a mystery bag. But it had that, my my little ring distaff from Evie at Jillian Eve with some floof. It says mohair wool, and I have my little mini Turk, maybe from Snyder's. I don't remember. I actually am not sure. Oh no. I got this from Homestead Fiber Arts when I got the bobbin spindles. But anyway, yeah, I didn't get much spinning done at the festival as I thought I would. It was raining yesterday. Lots of, there wasn't anywhere to necessarily sit and spin, and I can walk and spin, but with all the people and stuff, it was just getting annoying, so I didn't. But I gotta tell you, wearing this pocket is so comfortable. Like, I made the ties a little too short, so I just tied it through my belt loops so that it's just hung on one hip. Like, I didn't go all the way around my waist. It was so comfortable. My shoulders and arms were free. I wasn't constantly fixing my bag. I don't do crossbody bags. It's just not something I do. There's a lot going on here, and I don't need anything else getting involved. So anyway, I mean, and I hand sewed this, like, with a needle and thread that weren't in a sewing machine. And I actually enjoyed it. I was really, really surprised that I enjoyed it so much. The fabric is just with some sort of like fat quarter stack that I got at Walmart that I've just had. The bias tape again is something I've had, and you know, it's an 18th century pocket online pattern tutorial from Burnley and Trowbridge, and I'll link that below. You know, I have always said fanny packs make a whole lot more sense than purses, right? But a fanny pack can also be slightly cumbersome and also unflattering on certain body. I don't want to say that. I feel like they're unflattering on me when I don't feel like I am looking as well as I want to in my clothes. This just like, it was so nice. And you know what? The SCA people recognized it for what it was, and we got to talk about it. The Society for Creative Anachronism, something. So that was just really, it was just cool, like, to do this little hand sewing thing and have people like comment that actually knew what it was. And I don't know, I just found this to be like such an incredibly useful thing, to have my hands free and not be worried about stuff falling off my shoulder and bags and stuff. So if you have any interest, you don't have to hand sew one. You can also machine sew it. It's super simple. It only took me, I think, 2 days to hand sew it. as a beginner, you know, if it, and that's hand sewing. Like for machine sewing, you could whip this out in like an hour, maybe not even that, unless you're me, and then yeah, it probably would take you an hour. But anyway, so something new. I have since now ordered a few charm packs and thimbles so that I can explore more with that. So that's all my finished objects. For the things that I have started since I finished all of this, I also cast on the Kindra hat. I don't remember the designer's name, but it's the Kindra hat. And I'm doing it in Summer Camp Yarns. They were at the New England Fiber Festival in November. And that's why I cast this on before I went to the Fiber Festival yesterday, because I wanted, like, my thing was that if I was going to go somewhere where I might buy yarn, I don't want to still have yarn left over from the last festival I went to. I don't know why. That's not a rule anybody else has to follow, but that's what I decided. So these are the yarn. So it's like you do one motif in one color, and then you go up, and I'm doing the purpley color next, and then I'll do a third round of the chart with this, and then you just top it off and it's done. I don't remember which colors are what, other than the fact that this is marshmallow. That's in the field of vision. That's a little weird, huh? But this is the label. Is that focusing? I can't tell. Whatever. That's the label of what their stuff looks like. It's you know, it's beautiful yarn. The colors are great. I saw their booth and was intrigued, but also not, because I tend to not go for the brighter colors as much these days. But I saw the Kindra hat sample they had, and I was just like, I want that. So I got it, the little kit thingy. And I really like how it's coming out. It'll be done very quickly because it's a hat. Also, I have to say, doing color work in the round again, after that monstrosity of the Wisdom of the Moon shawl with the flat color work, never again. Color work in the round is like, just my love. My love. My next project, I literally just cast this on like an hour ago and have not even finished. Oh, come on. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. This is the problem, is I start, it's socks, okay, and I do socks toe up, and I have to start the toe on DPN, so I'm always nervous about just yanking stuff out. But I knit mine in tandem, so I'll get this toe finished, I'll start the toe and transfer it to 9-inch circulars. I'll get the toe started on the second sock, get that transferred to 9-inch, then I'll do the foot on one, the foot on the next, the heel on one, the heel on the next, the leg, the cuff, the cuff. Whatever you got to do to tell yourself that it is better than trying to do one after the other. Like, I can't do two at a time. That shit just doesn't do it for me. I know people love it, and that's great. Go for it. And other people can't stand 9-inch circulars. That's fine too. I love them. So, but this is the like, what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago, zebra yarns became a thing. Like, the maybe it was Kay Litton of the Crazy Sock Lady talked about the zebra yarns. It's like a black and white stripe yarn, and it came with a red mini for, you know, whatever you want to do with it. I'll be doing heels and cuffs with it. But I've had this for a few years in stash. I would like to start next year with only 2 skeins of sock yarn, if any. I would really prefer to not have any sock yarn in my stash. So I can just, like, randomly want to go buy some and be able to feel okay doing that, rather than like, but I already have this stuff I should use first. Part of that stash down thing, right? So I haven't knit socks in several months, and I know that I can typically get a sock done in a month. Working on other projects and stuff as well. So it's possible because I think I have one, two, three, four more skeins of sock yarn. It's possible that I could be done with all the sock yarn in my stash by 2024. We'll see. That's the other really cool thing is this used up six skeins of yarn in my stash. The blanket used up 40 mini skeins and 6 balls of the other stuff. So you know, I haven't done like a real stash update thing yet. I'll probably wait until May. I mean, not May. May is tomorrow. I'll wait until June to do that because that's the halfway mark, and I feel like that'll be a good time for me to do a full-on stash update. So that's that. The only other thing I have going on right now, or that I'm going to have going on, I finished. It's drying right now and it's soaking wet because I just washed it. Not washed it. Soaked it. Is a skein of yarn that I made from the Fossil Fibers Cottage Core blending box subscription. It was a beautiful mix with Cooper, Ile de France, flax, and Inigo, which is the corn fiber. So I blended them all together. Not all of the Inigo because I can't, like, texturally. It makes my elbows itch. Not like I'm allergic to it, but like ugh, heebie-jeebies. And I'll put a picture somewhere. There'll be a picture. I blended it all up. It's a beautiful color. It blended up nice, and it spun up so nice. I spun it long draw, and it was enjoyable. They have some great stuff. I also, oh wait, did I already show this? I think I must have. Did I show this? The Bob Ross. I think I showed the Bob Ross thing. You know what? I don't know if I did, so I'll show it again if I didn't. So they, Corey at Fossil Fibers also had a Bob Ross palette pre-order that is, I think it closes today, which is Sunday, April 30th, or maybe tomorrow. But anyway, it's a palette of all of the Bob Ross paints that he used. She dyed up mini floofs of it. And I just thought that was awesome. So I decided to take part in that. Oh, there's another one in here. Oh, 2 more in here. Okay. Yeah, and these 2. So just like all these fantastic color. Sorry, I'm covering my mouth. All of these fantastic colors, and yeah, so these will be fun to spin. I don't quite know what I'm doing with them yet. Sorry for the crinkling, but yeah. It is Rambouillet, so you know, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, right? So I do have a future project. We have a Tunisian crochet along in the Jillian Eve Discord server. And we did it last year at the same time. We just, you know, pick a Tunisian crochet pattern and we make it together, you know, talking about colors and things like that. I have found a, like, I think it's called the Chill Cover Up or something. It's Tunisian crochet, and I'll put the pattern and stuff down here. I think, because I'm desperately trying to stash bust, and it's a cover up, so, you know, I don't want to make it in wool, because it's to wear to the beach and stuff, the pool, what have you. I think what I'm going to do, because these are fingering and these are DK, and the pattern calls for DK, I'm going to hold these 2 together, so that'll give me 400 yards of DK. And this will be the top portion of the cover up. This is like 260 and change yards. And then this is Pima cotton. The blue is Pima cotton. And then this one is bamboo. It's the Mossy Place colorway from Blue Heron Yarns. And I'll be able to do the whole skirt portion in this because it's 550 yards. And then, I mean, this is Knit Crate Cotton Basic, and this is Knit Crate Linen Jewel. You know, Knit Crate closed, so they're not available anymore. I got this one at a yarn shop in Delaware, but it's available in a lot of places. So that's a new plan that I have that I will be getting started tomorrow once I iron all the yarn. And I guess the other thing to talk about real quick is the Connecticut Sheep and Wool Fiber Festival. I got this sweet shirt. I like to get a shirt at the festivals when I go. I don't have band shirts. I have Fiber Festival shirts. That's just that's my thing. I also got my girls each tie-dye with indigo shirt from something with mud handmade, maybe. I don't know, something like that. And they both love their shirts. And then I got some Angora bunny fiber. This is an ounce from Cupid, satin Angora. Carrie at Mountain State Stitch, or no, not Mountain State Stitches. Carrie at My Wool Mitten. She just is finishing up a sock spin along in which she uses the blend with Angora in it, and it intrigued me because I last worked with Angora in last April in a collaboration with a bunch of other YouTubers where we all showed what working with Angora looked like for us. I had a terrible time. I may have a better time now that I am a better spinner and I will blend it with something else. But yeah, Carrie, like, she sparked some interest in me in trying Angora again. If you don't watch My Wool Mitten, Carrie, she's in the middle of the mitten. You know, she's super, like, kind, and she's a shepherdess. She has Corriedale, I think, and also now Shetlands. She shows you some farm life and knitting and spinning, and it's just fun to watch her. So anyway, thank you, Carrie, for inspiring this. I'll keep you updated on what I do with that. And what else did so I did also get a Stephen Willett. It's not going to spin very well on it spins so quickly on the polished bowl that he had there, but I didn't get one. I just got the spindle. This is Bird's Eye Maple. I mean, just look, like it's just going and going. It's beautiful. I have always admired his spindles, but like Glass Tip feels like it might not be a good idea for me. So I didn't want to go that route. But he did have these, and there were different color combinations and stuff. I just went with the Bird's Eye Maple because it just drew me in. You know, it's got, you know, just tiny little details, you know, but it's not ostentatious. It's just, I am finding that what draws me the most to spindles is, I suppose, almost like their lack of ornamentation. Not that I don't think they're beautiful when they are, you know, all gussied up, but for me, like, you know, as you evolve and learn more about yourself, I just like less fussy things, I guess. Who knew? So that's what I also got this button. Am I supposed to do that? I don't know. I got this button from Stephen Willett as well. I originally got it for my headband, but now that is too small for me, so um, I'm not putting that button on the thing for my daughter. I'll make another one for me, and that's where that button will go. Yeah, the festival was great. It was a lot of fun. It was raining, and so that did take away a little bit from the comfort of it, but it was fine. I had a non-fiber friend with me. She does not knit, crochet. She doesn't sew. She doesn't do anything, and um, she decided she wanted to buy a fleece. We were at the fleece tent. I was looking at fleeces because I wanted to buy a fleece, uh, but I didn't because I made the cardinal sin of not having cash on me. Everybody else took cards except for the fleece tent. But it's okay. It's not like I don't have fleece to work with. So I have 5 fleeces already that aren't washed that I still need to get to. So, it's not any huge loss for me to not have been able to buy those fleeces. However, my friend Sophie, she looked at me and she goes, I want to try doing the whole process. She's a researcher. That's her background. She was a marine scientist, and now she's in early childhood education, but she was like, her background makes her want to know how things work, and she's been intrigued by the spinning and the stuff that she has seen me do. But I think this going to this festival opened up this whole new world of what's out there, and it was cool to share that, and it will be cool to help her in her journey, I think, um along the way, figuring out what she's doing. um Any news? Well, so my little scouring company, I did have the really excellent experience in going to Osamiquin Farm to chat with them about how to scour wool. Sarah was fantastic. The other girls there were fantastic. It was wonderful to be able to chat with people who are interested about wool and about the process of scouring and show them in a hands-on way how to do it. And they asked the best questions, most intelligent questions. I knew the answers to the questions. That was great too. And it was just a really fun experience. Then I got invited to go to the Ocean Hour farm in Newport and also give a talk. And I got to chat with some RISD students and also the people who work on the farm. I got to show them how to skirt fleece and talk about the different ways that you can use not just the clean wool, but also the waste wool, that there are options for doing that, and about management of their pastures. I mean, their fleece was really pretty clean. Had some VM, but I wouldn't have like, nothing can be as bad as some of the stuff that I have gotten because I was being cheap. But they had beautiful wool, and it's been really cool. I got to bring my youngest daughter with me to both things just simply because I didn't have childcare. And this is the life sometimes that happens, is you have to bring your kids. And everybody was super welcoming and cool about that. So those were some really, really cool things to be involved in. And I have some other cool stuff happening soon too. I'll let you know about that later though. But I have spent in the past few weeks so much time. Sorry, my hair's looking crazy, right? I've spent so much time talking about and being surrounded by and engaging in experiences with wool and spinning and wool products and everything. And it brings me an immeasurable amount of joy. I wish this feeling for everyone, because finding something that you can be immersed in and enjoy is not available to everyone. Up until 2 years ago, I didn't think I was ever going to have a passion about anything. You know, my dad's a musician. He loves me. He gets up every day and plays music. And we've always had conversations about passion and finding your passion. What's your passion? And I was like, I just don't have one. I'm not like, just not gonna have one. I guess, you know. Um, Boy, was I wrong. I'm so glad to be wrong. Um, like I had that moment when I was in the by the sheep shearer yesterday, watching them shear sheep, and I was just like, I have gotten to do so much to do with wool, and I'm gonna do more. And that was just a really good, exciting feeling. Um, so if you're watching this, you probably know a little bit of what I'm talking about. Like, you're not here because of anything other than fiber related stuff. So you probably have a little bit of an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a really cool couple of weeks, and things seem to be getting even cooler. So anyway, I think I'm gonna end it there. And I do want to know what you guys are working on. Like, have you done anything with any cool breeds of sheep? Um, any fun, exciting projects that now that we're going into, you know, the warmer months? Are you working with plant fibers? Are you trying any new skills? Are you getting back into sewing? Um, you know, like let's chat. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you in the next one.